Hey guys, what's going on? Coming at you with a vlog from the road. Just leaving one of our business units here, and I'm about to head to the post office. I got a long drive, so of that 40-45 minute drive, I thought maybe I would give you 10 minutes or so, somewhere in that ballpark. Hopefully the video's not substantially shorter or longer than that, because I told you 10 minutes and I don't want it to be like 25 or like 3, so I promise to keep it fairly relevant and fairly in that range. So yeah, anyway, buckle it up for safety, and I'm on the road. And thanks for watching the He and She Fitness channel. My name is Derek, and usually I do better at this vlogging thing now that I've kind of started it. But today, I kind of feel like crap. I'm just having one of those off days. I don't know if you ever get them where you feel like you didn't sleep well, or you feel like you're not connecting with people very well, or you are someone with high anxiety like myself naturally, who usually can have 2 or 3 really awesome days a week, maybe 1 or 2 kind of normal days a week, and then a couple off days per week. And today for me was kind of off, and I'm going to kind of talk about that in this video. You know, how sleep can affect that, how training can affect that, nutrition, stimulants, all of those things, where I can normally pinpoint a couple things, but you know, to be able to mark it towards a science has always been very difficult for me, right? I mean, obviously, if we could mark how we feel every day when we wake up to an exact science, we'd obviously, I would hope you would want to do all the things that make you feel awesome every day. And we kind of know those things, you know, exercise, eat healthy, get enough sleep, don't smoke, don't drink alcohol, don't do drugs, all of those things. But, you know, the shame is, even if you do all those things, but you think very well, you still don't always feel awesome. And I have a fair amount of energy right now, but it's almost like I'm just kind of waking up. And right now it's 4:15, so p.m. So obviously it's not exactly first thing in the morning, and I typically get up anywhere between 5:30 and 6, somewhere in that ballpark on an average weekday. So I have been up for, you know, 11 hours already, so I should be more awake. But you know, when I woke up this morning, I could tell I slept very, very deep, and I dreamt all night, and I got probably 7 to 7 hours and maybe 15 minutes of sleep. So not great, not horrible. But again, waking up today, it's just like the first hour and a half of my day, maybe 2 hours. I didn't have any coffee. I didn't eat anything, didn't drink anything. I normally don't. And I just felt like crap. You know, I remember driving to work, the whole drive, which was, you know, a 45-minute drive, just feeling like, man, I need that first cup of coffee. And even now, you know, I'm still sipping on coffee, so, which I probably shouldn't be. Don't take my advice there. That's a bad thing, you know. Drinking coffee at 4 in the afternoon with a half-life of coffee, not good, especially if you're not used to it. The stimulant will stay in your system, and you probably won't get to sleep. So that could, you know, with me, that could very well be one of those X factors that I just can't normally get down to a science with my sleep. Again, I felt like I slept great. I felt like I slept very deep. I know I did, but I felt like crap waking up. So go back to something like the stimulant the day before, the coffee that I had. Was it above and beyond normal? Well, no. I mean, I drink too much coffee. I probably drink 4 cups a day. But that, again, is between 7 a.m. and noon usually. So it's not like it's a horrible time of the day. Most days for me, I have about a cup an hour for the first 4 or 5 hours a day. Is it too much? Yes, it's too much coffee. Is it going to kill me? No. Is it going to destroy my sleep? No, because most of it's earlier in the day. Is it going to throw off my sleep pattern? I think so, absolutely. The half-life of coffee is 12 hours. That means half of what you put in your body is still present there 12 hours later, and every 12 hours it cuts in half, cuts in half, cuts in half, until theoretically there's nothing left in your system. if you have 4 or 5 cups of coffee in the morning, you know, theoretically the one at 7 a.m. is only going to be half there at 7 p.m., but the one you drank at noon is still going to be half there at midnight. And that piles up too, so you're still going to have a little bit of that 7 a.m. cup coffee in you, a little bit of the 8 a.m., a little bit of the 9 or 10 a.m. one, to where you have a fair amount of stimulants in your system, even at midnight. So your sleep, even if you are asleep, even if you don't have a problem falling asleep, which I do not on most nights, that's not to say your sleep patterns are potentially uninterrupted. They potentially probably are very interrupted, and that's probably not a good thing. Between 10 p.m. and 2 a.m. is generally the time where your body needs to be asleep, preferably in a REM cycle, and where it does kind of its hormonal reset. It produces the most growth hormone, it resets the most testosterone, etc. You could go very deep into that, but I'm not going to. So could that be a factor while I feel like absolute crap today? Yeah, it's possible. Allergies have been flaring up. Just something's off, right? Another thing I want to talk about is training. Some people say you can overtrain, some people say you can't overtrain. I'm of the mindset of it's difficult to overtrain, even naturally, if you are properly cycling your muscle groups, which I do. I train 2, sometimes 3 times a day, but again, I cycle my muscle groups. So have I overtrained? Well, one thing I can point to last night, I had done a training session in the morning and a training session at night, and I actually went downstairs to go do another training session, a third one, for my shoulder so I could film a video for you guys. And it felt good. I had tons of protein. Again, I had quite a bit of sleep, but did I overdo it? Well, most people, if you took either or the sleep and the training, the 7 hours or the 3 training sessions, you wouldn't be overdoing it. But I did train 3 times and I only slept 7 hours. So is that a possibility? I think so. That's a kind of a crappy combo right there. 3 training sessions, I probably should have got 9 hours of sleep. I know most people don't have time to do that. I don't really have time to do that during the week, maybe sometimes at the weekend. So maybe I train too much. That's possible as well. So mix those in a pot. Now take nutrition. Yesterday I got about 180 grams of protein, just a little over 100 grams of carbs, and plenty of fat. I had 6 whole eggs. You know, I should have easily got my fat with my fish oils, my coconut oil, and my eggs. So again, what are some other things it could be due to? Well, is it from not enough protein? Did I not give my muscles enough to restore and repair? I'm 185 pounds right now, so I probably gave them enough. That's almost a gram per pound. Not worry about that. Am I cutting down right now? Yes. Are my carbs lower? Yes. Right around 100. It's not extremely low. It's far from paleo, or I should say ketogenic. But is that low for a 185-pound man who's training 3 times a day, 100 grams of carbs? Yeah, it is. It's low. Not super low, not depletion low, but it's low enough to where that could contribute it. So, so again, stimulants like coffee, adequate sleep cycles, overtraining, diet, and potentially stress. So did I have stress today? There were no specific events that made me go off the deep end. There weren't a lot of customer issues that I had to deal with today. Not a lot of building anxiety, but another thing that I dealt with today was just kind of the feeling of crisis mode for other people, but not myself. So feeling out of the loop, and just that small amount kind of doesn't allow me to trigger myself to get in the game and get out of a funk on a normal day. So there it is, guys. I'm gonna wrap it up at this point. I think my mind's kind of blanked out, and I never want to ramble with you. So, you know, some of the things that can make you feel like you have an off day: sleep amounts, stimulants, coffee, nutrition, overtraining, and mental stress as well. So those 5 things are 5 areas that I like to try to keep in balance as well. And then of course the obvious things like not smoking, not drinking, not taking drugs. To me, those are obvious. Maybe to you, those are struggles. I understand it. I get it. But obviously, cut those things out completely. There's no need for them. It's a complete, utter waste of time if you're trying to maintain a healthy body. And then again, try to balance those 5 things. So Derek here, He and She Fitness. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. I'm going to keep doing this more often whenever I get a topic that comes to my mind. Like the video, comment on it, because I'm very active with my comments. I mean, if you comment, I'm going to get on right away and address your question. I don't even care if it's a bad comment. If you hate me, fine. Whatever. You have the right to do that. And then share it with as many friends as you can. Help me grow the channel. Thanks again, guys. Have a great day. Bye.